Hi guys, this is Crafty Cat. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. We are going to be swatching my brand new set of Daniel Smith watercolors. So this first row right here is the essential mixing set. There's 6 essential mixing sets. And the second row are the Primatek set that I used to have in a little mini palette. So that's what these look like, but they're all out of order because I had to fit them in this new palette. And this new palette, which I can never remember the name of, it is the Portable Painter Ultralight Travel Pocket Size palette, which there is an unboxing on my channel. So I was able to fit all 12 of these Daniel Smith paints in this palette. So here is, I did swatch them out just to keep with me in here. And I did those swatches while these paints were still wet, but now they're all dry. They've been drying out. And these were dry when I swatched these ones. But they were wet when I swatched them here. So you can see a little bit of a difference. But not really a lot. They did re-wet nicely. The purple I got a little bit of brown on. So yeah. So anyway, I am here with my Canson watercolor paper. It's not cotton, but it is watercolor paper, 300 grams or 140 pounds. So it's alright. I just like this for swatching. And I've got water in this palette, and I have this palette set down on sticky pads. I don't know if my camera's showing them or not. I've got my Kleenex here, I've got some paper towel here, and I have one of my Winsor & Newton Cotman brushes. I just grabbed the round size 6, I believe. So I did write the names of the Daniel Smith paints up on the top row. That is this row here. But I didn't write them on the bottom row because I am not sure which order these are in. Anyway, I don't know if I should spray these or not. What do you guys think? Should I give them a... I think the Primatek ones do need a little spritz. So let's give them a little spritz. I think I got them all. So Daniel Smith are very well recommended. Everywhere I look, people say, oh, try the Daniel Smith. So I'm super excited to have these and to learn how to paint with these. And World Watercolor Month is coming up, so I thought, let's swatch these together so I have them ready for World Watercolor Month. So I'm just using this round brush, and I'm trying not to hold it too close. I tend to be very tight when I paint, and I'm trying to hold it lower. So we're just going to very quickly do these. These are beautiful. So this is the Hansa Yellow Light. So I'm just going to clean it off, dab, and get some water, and just bring it down so we can see what it looks like light. And that is really, really beautiful. And I'm really excited about the next color that came with it. The new Gamboge. This is a color that I really love. So I don't know how much I have on here. Oh yeah, these are very good paints. They're highly pigmented. These are super beautiful paints, you guys. So I'm just going to dab, clean, dab, and get some water down here. And look how nice it runs into the water. Super beautiful paints. I do notice a little air bubble right here. I don't know why sometimes my paints get air bubbles. Have you ever noticed that? So the new Gamboge is absolutely beautiful. And next up, let's just make sure that my brush is clean. And I did my best to get this so everything was on camera, but it's really hard because the camera angle has to be where I can still see it, so I can't put it exactly flat. So I hope it looks okay. Make sure this is clean. And we have the Quin Rose. So this is quinacridone rose. And that's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. So let's dab it down. So these colors make me very happy. Yeah, I don't know why, but colors make me happy. They just do. So let's get some wet on this paper and bring it down a little bit to see what the lighter color is like. So very pretty. And next step, we have the Pyrrole Scarlet, which I'm super excited to try. I don't have this color in very many of my sets. Oh, pretty. It's like a fire engine red. That's beautiful. So I can actually see why so many people recommend the Daniel Smith. The first time I bought it, I bought the Primatek colors, and I thought they were fun, but I really couldn't see what everyone was talking about, because honestly, my Paul Rubens are just as nice. I love my Paul Rubens. So yeah, but these ones are really pretty. So let's go with some water here and let it fall down. Let's go up a little bit more. So these colors are just beautiful. I might have gotten some backgrounds because adding water, but I really don't care at this point. We're just swatching. And I kind of think backgrounds are fun when you're doing like abstract art, which I never do on camera, but I do sometimes just to play with the paint. So this next color is Phthalo Blue. And look at that color. That is like a turquoisey blue to me. That is so beautiful. Or almost like a robin's egg blue. And here's what it looked like the first time when I was using wet paint. So there, you can see there is a drying shift in these paints. Some of them dry darker and some of them dry lighter. Or it could be the paper that I'm using is different from the paper I used the first time. I honestly don't know what kind of paper this is that I used. I just, when I have leftover pieces of paper, when I cut them, I put them in a pile for doing little swatching. So I don't know what kind of paper this was. It might actually even be the same paper. But you can see the difference, wet and dry. This dried darker. This dried darker. So it almost looks like the phthalo blue when it's wet. And, I mean the French ultramarine. So now we have the French ultramarine. And that is really beautiful. And I don't have as much paint on my brush this time. Just, I think I have more water on my brush. So those are the Daniel Smith Essential Mixing Set colors. Here's the Hansa Yellow Light, the New Gamboge, the Quinacridone Rose, the Pyrrole Scarlet, the Phthalo Blue, and the French Ultramarine. And they are still wet and juicy. And now we get to see what these are, because I really don't have a clue. Because I could only tell the pink, and I wanted the pink under the pink. And that's all I kind of knew. I would have liked to have had the blue one under the blue. Like, I would have liked the blue and the black to be under these two, but I can't tell. So, this will be a surprise what order they're in. And I could move them and change them around, but it's really hard to get them out. But this way I'll know where they are. Like, I kind of know where they are here, but I don't know what the colors are. Do you know what I mean? So this is the order they're going to be in. So that's a beautiful color. Like, that is a beautiful color. I'm not sure what color that is. Let's see. That is either rhodonite, jadeite. It's not jadeite. Jadeite's green. It's not amethyst. Amethyst is purple. It's not Mayan blue. So it's either hematite or diamondite, maybe. I think the hematite is the black, so maybe that's the diamondite. So let's add some water and just bring it down. And look how nicely that flows. And what's really nice about this bottom row, this row here, is they are all granulating paints, which is awesome. I do love a granulating paint. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. And, okay, you guys, I'm too excited. Look how pretty that is. I don't know. I have my big light on. I have my lamp on. I have all the light coming in the window. And it still looks dark on camera. I might have to edit this. I don't know why it is looking so dark. I mean, I have two big giant light bulbs directly above, and I have one over to the side. I tried to record this in my art room, but I couldn't. So, if you hear noise in the background, that is the air conditioner. We are in the middle of a heat wave here, and it's really bad, and I have asthma, and you could probably hear my breathing in between my talking. I've been struggling for a very long time now, and it's not getting great. It's not getting better. I think this might be the amethyst. It kind of looks purpley, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. So we know this one is the amethyst. I just want to put a little bit more color up at the top here. So I am really liking this little portable painter palette. It is very convenient to have the water attached right to the paint. And I was worried about working with it in my room like I am now, because I've just got a giant desk sitting on with me here. But I've got these no slip pads, and I've got one under each water container, and it's really working. And I'm talking too much and letting this dry. I forgot that I needed to add water, just to lighten this a little bit. So we know this is the amethyst one. So that means we have a nice purple in the set. And now the next one is this pink one. And I believe, let's see, I think it's going to be this pink one. So let's see what it looks like. It looks very similar to the quinacridone rose, doesn't it? Only, I shouldn't be going back and forth like that. Only it has more granulation. So I don't know which one that is called. We'll have to look it up. I'll have to go onto their website and look at the colors, which are which. So that's what that one looks like. It is very similar when it's wet to the Quin Rose, but I think it will dry lighter. What do you guys think? Does it look really very much the same? Weird. So I think this will be a unique palette, and with the mixing set you can mix all kinds of colors, and I'm assuming if you add these granulators in to the mix you get even more colors. Got too much water here. I think this is a blue. It feels like, it looks like a blue, or maybe a green. I'm guessing blue. This one feels different. This one feels like creamy or slimy or glidey. This doesn't have the same feel as the other ones. I don't know if you can even see with my brush. It's like, I don't want to say slimy, but it's it's not slimy, but it has that glidey feel to it. Yeah. And now we only have two left, so this one, this is going to be either the green or the black. I'm assuming, okay, it looks like it's going to be the green. Like it's a very dark green. So let's wipe some of that off. So it's almost like a black green when you have lots of water on it. Let's bring the water up and down. so we can see the color better when it's lighter. That is a beautiful green. So that, I know that is the jadeite, and I know that is the amethyst. That's all I know. And I'm assuming the black one is hematite, because I know a hematite rock is black. I like a hematite rock. They're supposed to be good for grounding. I don't know that I believe all of that wishy-washy stuff, but I find it very interesting anyway. And it sticks in my head if I read about a rock. I've collected rocks since I was a little kid. Let's get a little bit more color here. So it's like a black or a gray, depending on how much water you put in. Honestly, this green is darker when it's full color than the black. Let's add some water. And this is not cotton paper either, so this is just pulp paper. Alright, so here are the colors. Wet. So we have this beautiful color. It's kind of like a brown with almost some pink in it. The amethyst, and I don't know if you could see it because it's not dry yet, but the amethyst is already starting to sparkle. And I don't know if I can get you to see that. Let me go real close up. I don't know if my camera will even show you. But there's sparkles that I could see already. And the two pinks are very similar. And then this is a different, it's more like a greeny blue almost. And a green and a black gray. These are beautiful colors. I think this is a really nice set. So now we got to figure out what these colors are. So I'm going to go over to my Amazon listing where it tells me about the colors. So, okay. This one is the Rhodonite Genuine. I need a pen. I need a pen and I need my glasses. So, pink is Rhodonite Genuine. Purple is Amethyst Genuine. How do you spell amethyst? I'm just going to put gen. I don't want to write genuine every time. Genuine is on every color except for the hematite. I was right. This is the hematite. Why is this so hard to write? Anyone else forget how to write just because you type so much? Okay, this is the jadeite. I knew that one. And the genuine. This is the only word without genuine, so does that mean it's not made from genuine hematite? I don't know. So this bottom row are made from rocks. Jadeite genuine. So then there's these two here. Oh gosh. So this is Mayan blue genuine. And this color here is Primatek genuine. Primatek. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, you guys. So let's play around, shall we? So let's get some Hansa yellow. And let's try the two pinks with it. So we'll try the Quin Rose. And let's try that other rose. So you get like a peachy color. I'm sure this will give you the same color. Oh, but this looks, now that the water has set in, this is more of a purpley pink than the other pink. I'm just going to go over top of it once more just to show it's darker. It makes almost the same kind of weird color. It's an orange, but it's not like the prettiest orange, and I probably got too much water. And let's do some yellow down here too. It's kind of looks a little bit murky. And let's try some Pyro Red. The Pyro Red's very strong. Let's add some more yellow to it. So you get a nicer orange with this yellow and the Pyro Red mixed together. And I've got like way too much water, but you can see that. And I think if we wanted an orange, because this is almost orange, I think this color would be really pretty. Oh wait, I added yellow, the wrong yellow. I think this color would go nice. Let's try it with the Pyro Red first. It's so strong that the Pyro Red just takes right over. Look at that beautiful orange though. Isn't that pretty? That's really nice. So you can make a really bright, vivid orange, and you can make some more peaches. That's really nice. And let's try a green. We just have that jadeite green. I'm just balancing this on a piece of piece of tape, because like a tape dispenser thing, so it's sitting up a little bit for you guys instead of laying completely flat. I think my water's too dirty is the problem. So let's get this yellow. And let's mix it with this phthalo blue. I think I have too much phthalo blue. So I'm just going to go beside it and then into it. That makes a beautiful bright green, like a spring green. That's a nice color. That's beautiful. I really love that green. So we have the jadeite green. We can make this bright green with the phthalo blue and the Hansel yellow light. And with the French ultramarine, which seems a little bit weaker unless I always have too much water when I try it. We get this beautiful green here, which is darker like that. Those are really nice greens. Beautiful. And let's get some more yellow this way, because we have that jadeite green already, but we also have the Mayan blue. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So that is the Mayan blue right here. And this is the slimy one. It feels very different from every other paint. It feels like slidey. Is that a word? Slidey? And it looks different too. But it makes a really pretty green, you guys. Look at that green. And of course you can alter these greens depending on how much water you add, or how light or how dark you go with the colors. You can make different tones. But look at those greens. So I can make this green, this green, this green. I can make these oranges. So we have a purple, but it's not the greatest purple. Like it's kind of light. So let's mix a red and a blue and see if we can get a nice purple. So let's try some of the scarlet. And let's mix it with some of the phthalo blue. That is such a gorgeous blue, you guys. And with the scarlet, we get a really dark blue. I thought we would get purple, but if we keep mixing it, we kind of do. But we get that beautiful, beautiful gray blue. Look at that color. I absolutely love that. I would have never guessed that and that would make that. If you want, we can come back and we can make like a big grid trying every color with every other color. But I'm just playing right now. So let's try the ultramarine with that red. And we're getting another dark blue with kind of purple in it. And you can, depending on how much or how little of the red and the blue you mix, you can get different shades. And that's another really pretty color. There's a lot you can do, you guys. Let's try the Mayan blue again. And let's mix it with the rhodonite genuine. Look at that. Let's just mix the whole thing. That's a beautiful color. That is so pretty. Look at that. I really like that. That's a beautiful color. Gorgeous. And I'm assuming mixing that blue with the quinacridone rose will make a very similar color. So here's the quin rose. Let's see how close they are. So look at those beautiful purples you can get with this set, you guys. And I'm assuming if we take our amethyst, which is number 2, it's already purple. Oh, look how beautiful the amethyst is if you let that water soak in. I don't think we let the water soak in enough when we did these, you guys. Because look at that purple. There's actually little bits of granules coming out of that. But anyway, what if I mix that with the blue that's right next to it? That's this blue here. And the amethyst. We get this beautiful, like a gray blue again. That is really nice for shadows. Look at that color. That's beautiful. Okay, you guys, I am absolutely loving this set. Let's try to mix I don't know. Can we make a brown? I don't know. Let's go with this yellow. And what happens if we mix the yellow and the amethyst together? What do we get? Like a green, like a moss green. That's a nice color too. Look at a moss green. Yellow and purple make green. I didn't know that. Well, I guess purple leans toward blue, and blue and yellow make green, so why wouldn't yellow and purple? But yeah, I could probably make hundreds of colors with this, and we'll have to come back and do that on another day. But for now, I am stoked with this Daniel Smith watercolor set. I've got the Daniel Smith Essentials mixing set, plus the Primatek, which are made from stones, and I wish you could see the sparkle on some of them, but I don't know how I could show you. But they do have some sparkle, and look at all the beautiful colors we can make. Yeah, I am super happy with this, and also, I really like this little palette. I wanted this palette for 2 years. Over 2 years. When I first got back into watercolor, I wanted this palette. I saw someone using it on YouTube, and I couldn't believe how expensive it was. I'm Canadian, okay, so it costs like almost double in Canada than what people pay for it in the States. So I didn't get it because I thought, well, what if I don't like watercolor? You know. It turns out I am obsessed with watercolor, and I want to try every kind of brand that there is. And also, I really like acrylic. I really like digital painting. I really like oil pastels. I tried chalk pastels. I haven't tried oil painting yet, but I do want to try. But the thing that I keep coming back to, even though I try everything else, is watercolor. So far, I think watercolor is my favorite, even though it shouldn't be, because it's harder to work with than acrylic, but I really do like it. So let me know in the comments what your favorite is, and do you have a favorite brand of watercolor too? Alright, I am very impressed with these Daniel Smith. Here's what they look like wet. Here's what they look like using from a dry palette. And as you can see from the purple, if you let them, the second row, you need to let the water soak in for a while to activate them better, and you'll get brighter colors. But these colors are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous. And I really like how many granulating colors there are. And if you mix the bottom row, which are made from stone, with the top row, you can get all kinds of granulating colors. This is going to be a fun set. I'm really looking forward to World Watercolor Month next month. Yeah. So, I'm super excited. Alright guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you liked this. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. All of those good things that help as a channel. And most importantly of all, take care, stay safe, happy painting, and bye guys.